In the ever-evolving landscape of modern military technology, Southeast Asia is no longer just a spectator. As regional tensions simmer and international partnerships evolve, the Philippines has stepped forward with a bold announcement, the unveiling of its new 2026 combat vehicle. This isn't just another upgrade, it marks a dramatic shift in the armed forces of the Philippines' strategic capabilities, engineering know-how, and defense autonomy. At the heart of this development lies a fundamental question of how does a country like the Philippines, historically reliant on foreign defense systems, transition into building its own next-generation combat vehicle? The answer is both complex and fascinating. To understand the true significance of the 2026 Philippine Combat Vehicle, we need to rewind the clock just a few years. Historically, the Philippine military has depended heavily on second-hand equipment from Western allies. Most of the armored vehicles in the Philippine Army, such as the GKN Simba, M113 APCs, and V150S, are decades old. While serviceable, they lack the modern combat survivability and offensive punch required in the ever-changing battlefield dynamics of today. In 2023, with the escalating tensions in the South China Sea, joint military exercises with the United States and Japan, and increased threats from insurgent groups within its borders, the need for a modern mechanized platform became urgent. Enter the Philippine Department of National Defense's new initiative, Project Bacala, translated as Iron. Under Project Bacala, the Philippines launched an indigenous combat vehicle development program in collaboration with South Korean, Israeli, and Turkish defense contractors. By 2026, after nearly 3 years of intensive R&D, design prototyping, field trials, and final integration, the country rolled out its most ambitious land defense asset yet. The 2026 Philippine Combat Vehicle, known internally as the KLASAG, combines mobility, firepower, and modern tech to match peer-level military vehicles around the world. Let's break down what makes this vehicle such a game-changer. First, the design and structure. The KLASAG is a wheeled armored combat vehicle, designed for rapid deployment across the archipelagic terrain of the Philippines. With 8 run-flat wheels and independent suspension, the vehicle can move across mountains, flood-prone plains, and sandy coastlines at terrains that characterize much of the Philippine environment. The chassis is constructed using a hybrid composite steel armor designed to withstand 14.5 mm rounds and mine blasts equivalent to 10 kg of TNT under any wheel. Optional armor upgrades can raise protection to NATO STANAG Level 4. At 25 tons, it is heavier than the American Striker but slightly more agile due to its modular lightweight armor design and advanced traction control system. Inside the engine bay, the KLASAG houses a Scania diesel engine producing 750 horsepower. This allows the vehicle to reach speeds of up to 110 km per hour on paved roads and maintain a comfortable 65 kph on rough terrain. The operational range stands at 700 km, making it highly suitable for long-distance missions across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Now, on to firepower, where the KLASAG truly shines. Mounted on top is a remote-controlled weapon station developed in cooperation with Israel's Elbit Systems. It features a Bushmaster chain gun, a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun, and dual launchers for anti-tank guided missiles, specifically the Israeli Spike LR missiles. These missiles can engage targets up to 5 km away, with top attack and direct attack modes capable of penetrating over 700 mm of rolled homogeneous armor. The turret comes with day, night thermal sights, laser range finders, and ballistic fire control systems, allowing accurate firing while on the move, even in adverse weather or low visibility. In addition to its offensive loadout, the Kalasag includes active protection systems, APS, a rarity for vehicles from Southeast Asian militaries. These are mini countermeasure launchers that detect incoming RPGs or ATGMs and neutralize them mid-air using small explosive charges. This tech dramatically increases survivability in urban warfare or asymmetric combat scenarios. Inside, the vehicle accommodates a crew of 3: a commander, gunner, and driver, with space for 8 fully equipped troops. It features an internal digital battlefield management system that links the crew to drones, HQ command, and other vehicles in real time via encrypted tactical radios. This provides live updates of troop movement, enemy locations, and threat alerts, bringing network-centric warfare capabilities to the Philippine ground forces. For the first time, the vehicle integrates with a local drone surveillance system developed by the DUST, Department of Science and Technology, where each Kalasag vehicle can deploy a foldable reconnaissance UAV to scout ahead up to 5 kilometers in real time. This eyes-in-the-sky feature helps prevent ambushes, identify IDs, and conduct damage assessments after indirect fire engagements. Beyond hardware, the real innovation lies in the software integration and electronic warfare capabilities. The Kalasag is equipped with GPS jamming resistance, an internal vehicle diagnostics system, and a modular command interface that can be upgraded via software updates, much like how smartphones receive patches. This makes the platform future-proof and adaptable. In terms of production, the Kalasag is being built at the newly expanded government-run facility in Bhutan, with the help of South Korean manufacturing expertise. Initial production plans aim for 200 units over the next 5 years. Each vehicle costs approximately $4.8 million, used significantly less than the American Striker or the German Boxer, but still loaded with comparable features. How does this stack up globally? Compared to regional rivals, the Kalasag offers near-peer capabilities. Against the Thai Black Widow Spider and Indonesia's ANA 6x6, the Kalasag delivers better armor, greater firepower, and more tech features. Against China's Type 08, it is more mobile and versatile, although the Chinese platform may have an edge in quantity and logistics. But most importantly, the Kalasag represents something deeper: a strategic pivot for the Philippines. For years, the country depended on hand-me-downs and foreign arms donations. This new platform symbolizes a shift toward military self-reliance, local industry development, and strategic modernization. It opens up local jobs, boosts the defense economy, and sets the stage for even more advanced programs, including potential tank or IFV production by the early 2030s. Already, regional allies are taking notice. Vietnam has reportedly expressed interest in co-developing a similar 6x6 variant, while Malaysia has requested a technical evaluation. The Philippines is now not just a defense consumer but a potential defense exporter in the making. The Kalasag project has also received praise for its transparency and accountability. Unlike older procurement programs plagued with delays and corruption scandals, the 2026 combat vehicle was developed under a public-private partnership model with auditing mechanisms at every stage. The result: on-time delivery, within budget, and high-performance outcomes. But the road ahead isn't without challenges. Budget constraints, ongoing insurgencies, and limited logistical infrastructure pose hurdles. Training troops on this new digital system takes time. Maintenance and part supplies need long-term planning. And of course, geopolitical pressures from larger regional powers will test the limits of how and when the Kalasag can be deployed. Yet, despite all this, the Kalasag's debut in 2026 marks the beginning of a new chapter. It proves that with vision, partnerships, and strategic investment, even mid-sized nations can leap forward technologically. So what's next? Phase of Project Battle reportedly includes a tracked infantry fighting vehicle, a self-propelled artillery variant of the Kalasag, and upgrades to naval combat systems. The Department of National Defense also plans to establish a dedicated testing ground in Tarlac for vehicle upgrades and pilot training. Meanwhile, the Armed Forces of the Philippines is preparing to deploy the first operational Kalasag battalion to Mindanao by early 2027, focusing on both counterinsurgency and rapid disaster response missions. The Kalasag isn't just a weapon, it's a symbol. A symbol of a nation rising to the demands of modern defense, ready to defend its sovereignty, secure its people, and redefine its place in the Asia-Pacific military theater. The 2026 Philippines Combat Vehicle might not be the most advanced in the world, but in the eyes of the Filipino people, it may just be the most meaningful. As the armored silhouette of the Kalasag rolls out onto training fields, it carries with it more than weapons and soldiers. It carries the story of a nation that decided it was time to take control of its own defense future. And this is just the beginning.